Well, it
Oh,
looks
post
live.
message.
Is it live?
Is it live? It is live.
It's
I
one
mean,
minute. Tournament. I
let's
just want to
go.
wait for 2 p.m.
No, you can't. Okay, I need to get to the actual stream so I can see voice chat. Or not voice chat, Twitch chat.
Are you gonna do it?
Do what? Like I'm gonna
Saya.
be
No, no,
I'm
no.
gonna
Saya's gonna.
No, you announce it.
Okay. Tournament also begins now. What else do I say? I've already said we're using tournament callouts. Should I say that again?
I don't
just
think you
I
need
would
to.
just go over the rules, what the cool things about this tournament are. And then yeah, start
Tournament
start
also
calling
begins
matches.
now. There's nothing else. I know. I don't know what else to say. All right, whatever. Look. Wait. Oh.
Did you forget something?
Shouldn't you announce what you're streaming? What match you're streaming?
Normally
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 you would
the
decide, the tournament
TO decides that
organizer.
thing, but I can do match call
let's
outs
see.
if you want.
Let's see the bracket right now. You should do pinky and triple.
Pinky
Pinky
and
and
triple?
triple? Alright. Okay, Ox, you're
That
gonna call
sounds
them
good
out,
to
right?
me.
Yeah, I'll call them out.
Okay. Which means that we're gonna have matches 1, 2, and 3 off stream, I take. So you get as many matches going at once. Which means winners round 1 and winners round 2 can start schmooving along.
Alright, Ox. We're waiting on you. No pressure.
Go. Yo, and Penguin showed up. That's awesome, dude. Penguin asking for warm-ups. Tournament's already started. Penguin, no!
Your warm-up is your winner's game.
But I really am looking forward to this. There's a lot of new players here, a lot of names that are totally new to me. East JPX is totally new. Wiki Jippo is pretty new. I want to say this is Penguino's first tournament. That's very exciting. Paladin
Yeah.
M, they showed up in Maiden Heaven 3. Glad they're coming back here. HEC Warrior, also another person. She was in MAH2, and then there was an unfortunate timing thing with MAH3, so she can participate in that one. She's here now. She was being trained by Rachel this time, the frightening lich. So really looking forward to seeing how that works. And I have to make sure people do not overload this lobby. 1 second.
Yeah, that could be quite the problem. And as we wait for the 2 members to show up, the 2 players that have entered the lobby are 2 players who are fighting each other but are not supposed to be on stream. No! Penguinos versus Triple, what the?
Triple no.
Yeah, where's Pinky though? That's the real question.
Uh, oh boy. Well, there's some lobby shenanigans happening. And here's Pinky. Let's go.
I can't believe it. In the stream predictions, it's an overwhelming majority for Triple. Like Pinky has no chance here.
That's I don't believe that's true because I haven't seen Triple play.
I'd vote for Pinky, but I don't have any butterflies. Oh wait, now I do.
Look at where's Max Lemoness thing. Pinky, and it's
Oh, okay, this works too.
it
Oh.
doesn't matter.
It saves me like
All
2
right.
seconds of work.
All right, we're spectating. We got it going. First match of Little Maiden that could.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Alternate beginner tournament.
Oh, right into
Oh,
red mirror.
Oh boy, Christmas mirror.
All right.
Now, Saya, you've had a lot of experience, commentating this matchup. How do you do it?
Well, I think it's pretty simple. I just don't.
No, we can't do it like that because there is a lot of stuff going on here. Definitely feels like Triple has better wide placements than Pinky does, but Pinky is throwing out a lot more lasers and knives, and it's definitely keeping Triple back.
Yeah, I think Triple right now is struggling to, I guess, find space. Gets a hit on Pinky there, but overall, I think Pinky's just more confident in movement, at circling around the opponent instead of being circled around.
Definitely a very important thing in this game, I feel like, is being able to move confidently towards center, not be cornered super easily, and to find the space where you can safely put out your pressure. Triple did manage to get a couple of hits, so I think they're going to be able to adapt in the next card and make it a little closer.
Yeah, and at the end of that last card, Pinky kind of pinned Triple against the wall and got the knife crossfire with the basic.
Man, but the knife crossfire is a really, really dirty tactic. It's not one Red can take advantage of herself normally, though. Definitely has to be a calculated or a misstep by their opponent. Ooh, double hit.
All right, Mino, any words for our first matchup here?
I'm glad this all works.
Can't get away from that dev feeling of, well, it works.
Indeed.
And
It's
Pinky
about right.
takes game number 1. They're both going to be staying.
It looks like a character select though.
It does look like character select. Pinky hit in there very fast. What's Triple gonna do? I haven't seen them play in lobby, unfortunately, so I don't know what kind of things they have going on. This window, because I am in there. Oh, it's the frost switch.
Oh, Triple. Will this pan out? Because Triple... Wait, Triple's the AOS 2 player, right?
I think Triple is an AOS 2 player, yes.
So maybe the increased, I guess, ability to roll in here might be some sort of benefit, but Triple playing back, playing to the wall, just letting Pinky get all of the pressure. Not really the play here.
Definitely one of the more difficult things to, I think, transition from versus... I didn't play much AOS 2, but I do know from playing shmups, like traditional shmups, the single-player ones, is that the temptation is to just play by the wall. It's a little stronger in traditional shmups, but in Maiden and Spell, it'll get you beat real hard. But they definitely made the adaptation. They recognize their mistake and are playing definitely more towards the center, even if it is towards the bottom. It's still a little freer.
Yeah, and... Oh, we're going to say something?
No, I was just going to say that side knives will get you every time, especially if you're in between the laser like that. And that means Pinky Smile. Takes it 2-0.
Lack of stun wave, noticing. I'm not sure if stun wave is a bad... See, that's the thing. I don't know if stun wave is just a bad move or they just don't quite get it out in time.
Man, stun wave is a real tricky one because stun wave can be very powerful, especially with the increased stun duration. The legendary Cade stun, where you stun your opponent and don't get a hit, is not as common anymore, but it's still kind of tricky to use.
It's definitely better than getting hit, though. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, I believe it's best of 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's best of 3.
Yeah, all match the best of 3 games for the various finals. Alrighty, which means next up, we're gonna have the other ready match in round 2, Hoopy Frood and Tomato. I want to say Hoopy Frood has been, I want to say they've been in something before, but I don't quite know what. I'm not sure which tournament it's been. Tomato, I think, is a totally new player. I checked their Discord real quick and see if Tomato took advantage of the mentorship program that was running alongside this tournament. Wish I had that doc way handier right now.
Tomato is Keko.
Tomato is Keko. What? I'll see. Hoopy was apparently Nyx's student. We're looking forward to how that turns out. So Nick was offering training with Arkin Worm, so I assume Hoopy is going to be playing one of those characters. Damn. Tomato is Keko. Surprising. I didn't know they had that as an alt name. Oh, we got one person in here still waiting on...
Oh, are they playing here?
Okay, Hoopy Fruit is Kiwi, right? Because, oh my gosh, these alternate names are really screwing me up. I feel so bad. I feel so bad. So I have to have Discord open like this, and then Twitch chat, like stream chat open like this. Can I pop it out? I don't think so. Unfortunate. So we are still waiting on... Still waiting on Kiwi.
Oh, I messed up. This is winners round 2 technically. Oh no.
It is.
I put it up as winners round 1.
It's
Like,
round
bad.
1 enough. And we got Kiwi. Let's go. Now, Keko, former AOS 2 player, probably still a current AOS 2 player, actually, now that I think about it. I don't think they've given up on the game. And Kiwi has been on the grind recently, which is very exciting. Saw them training with Nyx a whole bunch. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what both these players are going to bring out.
Yeah, and this might be a weird time to hop back to the last game, but last game, I think the general issue coming from Frost Arrow was just standing back a little too much. There were no real angles for roll into stun wave, and a lot of weird roll usage in general.
Let's see. We have more Red Hood, classic, everyone's favorite character, and Kiwi coming in there with the worm.
Yeah, I was watching a little bit of Kiwi getting trained before the tournament, and they were not doing so well in the red matchup.
I see both players staying back.
Yeah.
This is going to mean that Keko has a lot of space to go through Worm's basics and Worm's wides. This could mean that Kiwi has a lot of space to deal with Red Hood's knives and the basics, but if Kiwi tries to micro a laser when they should be macroing it instead, that could mean they get hit. Oh, but now Kiwi, walls are a little close. Kiwi definitely is feeling comfortable getting up into Keka's face, and that's what I like to see.
Wide attacks.
Wide attacks are
Yeah.
good.
The classic worm wide coming out, but overall Keko just better at the long range. Worm at full screen isn't threatening at all, and
Hmm.
now that Kiwi tries to approach on last heart, Keko just looks at it and tosses a basic out.
Couldn't get wide quality with the wide there.
And Kiwi just continuing to stick at the wall. It really needs to find a way in, but it's just getting hit from long distance. It's not really working.
Hmm. But I like what they're doing here is they're not putting out any pressure, because putting out pressure will weaken your ability to move. So if they're looking for a way and are just stalling for time, either way I like it. If the walls get smaller, that means Red Hood has a lot less space to go into a longer range position where they are stronger than Worm.
Yeah, and really
I
nice
like
dodges.
Kiwi's adjustments here. These are good.
Yeah, Kiwi's just weaving through much better than the first card. However, still has to find a way in, backs out into the basic, and it's not looking good at all right now.
Hmm. Oh. Oh, he uses the DS when they could have avoided using it. It's a mistake I still make sometimes. You have to make the call about whether a thing is going to hit you real fast, and then you have to make the call about whether or not you can dodge it in just about as fast of a time. But I really do like how Kiwi's adapting here. They're definitely taking it a lot slower. They're focusing more on their dodging.
And Keko just not finding anything, not really crossing the wides with the basic. The knives with the basics. And so, oh, but there it is.
Solid play from both players there, though. Good adaptations coming out of Kiwi. Really like to see that. Keko just consistently putting stuff out, making sure that offensive economy never really slowed down.
And yeah,
Yes.
in general, how we do switching in Maiden and Spell tournaments is the person who wins says if they're switching or stay, and then the person who lost the previous game gets to declare theirs.
Well, I guess we'll find out if Kiwi is staying or not. Kiwi is staying.
Oh no, that was not a stay. It was a color switch.
Oh boy. Hit him up with the color swap. You know, it seems dumb, but it has absolutely worked against me in the past, so what are you gonna do? But same story here, basically. Keko is definitely doing a lot more to cross over the kunai with the basics. It's worked out pretty well for them. Yep.
Yeah, Kiwi, same story as last set, just hanging back a little too much, struggling to find a way in, and getting bonked by those wides and knives.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much the design worked or not, but I definitely designed Dreadworm to be a very aggro character, like very up in your face and shotgunny and spamming wides and just being, up close and personal.
Yeah, and that is where Worm truly shines. But no, Kiwi's dodging has been really solid this game. They only took that one hit so far, and the walls are closing in.
Oh
Oh
no.
no. Homing wide. Mino, get on it, please.
There's something about red wide that just draws players to them.
They look a lot bigger than they actually are. Their hitbox is only that white circle, so
Yep.
the red part is actually safe.
And while we were talking, it just went completely downhill for Kiwi. Once up 3-2, now it's
But
even.
this is the first time Kiwi has been able to kick out a 1 heart. This could be Kiwi's card. You know that when Kiwi is taking their time, making the solid dodges, letting the walls close in.
Oh, that was very scary.
That was
That
so
was close.
frightening. Let's go, Kiwi.
And Kiwi's definitely still in this, just trying to avoid moving back. Like right now, just moving back and forth. I think recognizing a little bit that moving back is Worm's downfall.
Oh, Pekko had an absolutely just toxic like that. If that were a little close, that would have been so nice with all the kunai in between the lasers, especially a wide laser. It forces you to deal with them going in between them as opposed to going around them.
Oh, yeah, and Kiwi throwing out the Novi Fire defensively, it's a very risky maneuver as well because it allows the opponent to basically do whatever, maybe even completely punish you, get a hit off it. Not to-
Definitely a thing you have to be looking for to get the punish off, though.
yeah, so far Kiwi hasn't really been punished for it, but not using the cooldown offensively kind of sucks.
I don't play a whole lot of Worm, so I think Kiwi's like hesitancy to use the Novi Fire offensively makes a lot of sense. When they do try to approach aggressively, they tend to get, bapped for it. So it's a solid choice. They aren't using laser a whole lot, which I think is interesting. I'm not sure how good it is versus Red Hood or what the ranges that Kiwi is playing at, though. Flipped. That was a really good match, though. Very close. Last heart for that. Well played on both sides.
Definitely some good dodges.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking with Nyx. Well, Nyx was just talking in general before, and laser is risky to use against Red Hood because Red Hood stuff is pretty fast, and laser leaves you quite vulnerable. But in general, it needs to be used at least a little bit to try and somewhat mix up the opponent. If you're just doing basics and wides, it's pretty comfortable for opponents to stay almost still and just weave back and forth.
I see. Cool. Hey, next on stream we have HGC Warrior versus Ace JPX. Awesome. It's gonna mute everybody out of the lobby. Rip.
Yeah, we have a lot of residents right now.
Yep. Oh, we're waiting for them. Oh. HGC Warrior in. Trained under Rachel. Really looking forward to seeing a Lich here. And Ace JPX, who I think joined the Discord today. I haven't seen them in lobbies, so I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. What their experience has taught them so far. Ace versus HGC. Karo Obs, Saya Obs, Mina Obs. We're looking good. Red Hood again. The curse of Spellberta continues. And we do have HEC Warrior with her Lich, so let's see how this goes.
Definitely a big fan of Lich. You can see the Rachel influence gameplay with the immediate flower at start. A very safe opening.
Really does say, I have at least this space, and Lich can definitely... Oh, I like these flower placements. I think that it's very hard to do a flower placement with Lich that is like really atrocious, because flower just has such a presence, and then when you get the butterflies and the wides around it, is really hard to think about, especially if they're on unusual spots.
Yeah, HCC with the very, very strong start. Faltering a little
Mhm.
bit, getting hit twice, but in general, just... Oh, I was about to say has a commanding lead, but... well, I guess
Hey.
the lead paid off.
Yeah, this went quick. These could be speedy cards.
Interesting opening. Single butterfly, not a wide cancel butterfly. Huh. Not sure about that one.
Ooh, JP staying back, looking for the wide snipes, using the DS Kuna to get some more because the original Kuna was on cooldown. Oh, and HEC Warrior with a not a super mean lockdown, but if JP isn't comfortable dodging through wides, that's good use of the invuln there to get out, but it didn't matter so much.
Yeah, that really close up wide plus the flower thing is a lot of I don't know, it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Sorry, I'm not.
Now you're good, man. So Ace JPX has to figure something out because HEC Warrior is able to set up, I think, basically everything she wants to set up, which is a very dangerous thing to let Lich do.
Yeah, Ace definitely feels lost. I think it's a bit of a matchup knowledge thing because HCC is getting to complete setup without any pressure at all coming from Ace.
Oh yeah, Ace managed to DS out of jail.
Oh, and actually takes the card.
Let's go.
A lot of hits from the kunai.
Mm-hmm. The kunai are strong.
And somehow Ace is getting these hits.
I don't know. I definitely feels like Ace is putting out a lot more pressure than they were in the first game, especially.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
one
and
thing
then
about Lich is like her wide attack makes her stop in place quite a bit. So I'm noticing like he's getting in a lot of hits when like the wide attack goes out, and he's just kind of adjusting from the slow movement to the fast movement.
yeah. One thing HCC is doing that I also do is greeting for a lot of wide. Good Lich players will wide like either once or twice, immediately butterfly cancel. I personally am super greedy. I go for like 3 or 4 taps of the wide button and then a butterfly cancel. And that's what HCC is doing as well, getting completely punished for it in a lot of cases.
mm-hmm. I think it's a worthwhile cause in a lot of it, though. I mean, greed is calculated. It's good to be greedy if you can get away with it.
That's true.
Yeah, but this is the last card for this game, and it's looking fairly even. HEC Warrior does have all of her butterflies out. There are still wides on the field. The flower presence isn't super strong, but oh no! Ooh, last one.
Yeah, HCC.
And JP
there
is
it
not an
is.
oh. Yep. It was in a hard spot back there. Those were nice. I liked that.
Yeah, and overall, I think if HCC just cleans up, I guess, reacting to bullets, a lot of the hits there were from looking at the red basic coming in and moving down instead of up. I think as a beginner Lich player, one of the most valuable things to do is just macro everything. You need to like outlast.
Oh, and seems like Ox found himself in a rather awkward position. Still figuring out what we're going to be streaming next, but I've really enjoyed these matches so far. Every player is like showing that they can adapt, they can learn things on the fly. Really glad we got to see not just Red Hood so far. We've got half the cast represented. It's all been the versus Red Hood matchups, so anybody who's watching the stream, and if your character's been on there, take note. Red Hood is a popular character.
Okay, Ox. Oh, wait, Ox can't hear us, but if there's any chance we could catch one of those... Oh, man. That's unfortunate. Penguinos goes 0-2 both games for a total of 0-2 and out of the bracket.
Penguinos, no. Oh, dang. We do. Okay, well. Ace JPX is going to be back on stream for their match with Tripel. Oh, they just... Oh, they're back. Let's go. I believe this is going to be another Red Hood mirror, if my short-term memory serves me correctly.
Someone could mix it up.
Ace JP coming out with the Arcanist. Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, Arc definitely one of the harder characters, if not the hardest character to play.
Yeah, getting Arc's offense going is quite strange. Getting Arc's defense is like as the DS. If you want to use it, you have to understand really quickly when you're going to be hit and then how to escape. I think one of the things I have the most fun with, honestly, is Arc versus Stormbeast. When Arcanist is trying to escape Storm checkmates, the pace you have to have in clock is pretty crazy. But I think a lot of things we're talking about here, how Arcanist's offense is kind of tricky to start, like, begin weaving. We're seeing kind of take effect right now. Triple's been able to just do the Red Hood thing, whereas Ace JP hasn't been able to make Red Hood adapt to a whole lot of what's going on.
Yeah, and a lot of what Ace JP is doing is preemptive, but also trying to micro things when macroing might have been the play. Like staying inside the focus knives, staying inside the basics, taking a lot of hits.
It is definitely one of the things that Red Hood wants to make you do is micro things. Because microing the kunai in the lasers with the wides is really where Red Hood shines. And you know, when you aren't microing, things like that can happen, where the card goes by quick. I will say one of the things that I think is really interesting about the Red Hood and Arc matchup specifically is if Arc wants to just hold like wides out or whatever, Red Hood can trap her very easily.
I'm so sorry. Wait, who was Arc and who was Red?
Ace JPX was Arc. Red
Okay,
Hood is triple.
okay. I put the wrong score because I was like, Ace is totally Red.
Red Hood 2.
Yeah, this is why. Because Ace played Red in the previous game.
Mm-hmm.
I got totally mixed up.
Yeah. And I believe Triple, when they were on stream last, said they were not prepared for this matchup. So let's see how well Ace can do with it.
Yeah,
Ace is a big fan of the fully charged laser, it seems like.
yeah, going for the snipe dream. But I think Triple in general, just playing the matchup and the entire game more comfortably, just circling around Ace's pressure, not really staying in it.
Yeah, Triple is really working the Red Hood counterplay. And Triple takes that card. Really just to see what Ace is gonna... Yeah, really showing off here how it's hard to do both offense and, well, hard to offend while defending in this game. Definitely that bottom situation where Ace got hit for the first hit of this game. Escapable if you're not holding any buttons.
Yeah, I think the biggest distinction is that like less charged basic is very, very powerful from the red side. Like fully charged basic won't really get you hits, but medium charged and that kind of basic will work with knives very well.
Mm.
And Ace clinging to tournament life here.
Yeah. Taking the time to dodge. You can definitely see how small the walls are here. Ace is focusing like crazy.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think their focus paid off though. Sorry, Mina, you were saying something and I interrupted you.
Oh no, I was just commenting. They got hit. Okay. I have no commentary. But yeah, with Arc versus like Red Hood or something like that, Arc is definitely a character. Well, I'm not sure if it came out this way, but I designed her to be pressing a lot of buttons, pressing her like her arcade magic and her wide and everything, just like mixing it up with a whole bunch of different things. And so if you're not pressing a lot of buttons, I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but it's how I designed her to be. And then with Red, it's just kind of, I guess they're doing the Red Hood things. Red Hood things is a good way to describe it. I think you said earlier.
I Next up, we've got QP versus Keko. Now, that should be pretty good. QP's been on the grind, really on the grind, so expecting some interesting things come out of there. I believe they play Stormbeast. Gonna get another character on stream. Ace JP, Arc is very cool. Arc is a cool character. You should absolutely put some time into Arc. Both characters hitting him up with the GLHF. Oh, Christ, right. Kuroko's in chat, and his name is Horny Protagonist. Yo, the greatest matchup. Let's do it. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. So this matchup is very hard for both characters. It's hard for Sun because Sun does have a lot of mobility options, but anything she wants to do to like put out offense basically stops her in her tracks, which Stormbeast really wants for those basics. Stormbeast is so goddamn fast and has a really hard time dodging waffles and diamonds like consistently. I really think mastering the focus button with Stormbeast is crucial for this one.
And QP speeding around, very comfortable with dodging. Land the hit here, but
I mean,
down 3-1.
Yeah, stay comfortable with dodging, but they do have like 3 hits on them already.
Yeah, but part of it
looks like they're comfortable with using their DS quite a bit.
I think part of it is just Stormbeast. Like you move around a lot, you have to be comfortable with getting hit.
Never get hit as Stormbeast.
Damn, what a gamer.
I feel like Lich is probably the only character, one of the only characters, maybe Depth, where you can take a hit and that be like, yes, this gets me into a better position.
That's true.
But yeah, Keko Keko's dodging very well. A lot of the melee stuff QP has tried to do, it wasn't working. QP trying to build walls, but that slows them down enough for basics and other things to hit them. Is this a best of 5?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is not a
Ox-
best. This is not a best of 5.
Wait, Ox said winner semifinal. This is winner semis, right?
Wait, this is semis? This is semis. Like, okay then.
Yeah. All right.
That is. Okay, cool. This is best of 5 then.
Overall, I think QP just needs to be more patient, I guess. Although it's kind of weird against Sunny. You kind of have to stay in that diamond ring,
Okay.
or at least threaten to get inside the diamond ring.
So, Ox is saying this is BO3 in the running chat. I think.
Wait, am I trolling? Ox, oh well, I'll just keep commentating while we wait for an answer.
Now, QP has the advantage, the hard advantage here. So, while we've been, this is BO5. Okay. While we've been unable to understand what the hell's going on, they've been able to bring something back.
And Keko just brought it
Walls are-
back. Oh, but
Mhm.
there's the storm wide classic.
Storm wide, let's go.
Right, and can QP just play calm collected? Dodges through the diamonds very, very well. Going for the melee and gets it.
Mm. It was a clean melee. Very good. Oh, this wall is mean looking. That's a dispel. They don't have a doppelganger out though, so they can't keep the pressure on so quick. But Keko, ooh. Keko is going back to the walls there though. It's a tough position for Sun because Storm Beast, if you're in between Storm Beast and her doppelganger, the dodging there can get a little dicey. But the other option is you basically let both of them tag team on you and build walls, and it's tough. But no, QP's walling has been way stronger this game than the other one, as they've, been able to keep the pressure up by not bonking on stupid stuff. And they take it. That's 1-1.
Yeah, well, definitely very, very good adaptation after the first game. I guess raiding into play a little bit, not getting hit randomly, and Keko switching to Arc.
Let's go. Really liking all the counter switching here. This is good. Getting to see a lot of matchups.
I'm not sure how this will pan out though, because although Keko is pretty experienced with Arc, I'm not so sure.
Oh, we'll see how the yellow QP can deal with this. Ooh, Toxic and Mini. That makes the Storm Beast pressure so much weaker. And very nice escape. Oh, I really love seeing that. Fortunately, the debuffs are gone. Arc does not have clock out.
QP's playing really well around
Debuffs are back.
this.
Oh, yeah.
Abusing the wide slow on Arcanist, just getting in, knowing that clock is down.
Just held that clock for too long. This is what I was talking about earlier with Arcanist, how some of the escapes can be really tricky. Like, this... Oh, that wasn't... Like, very, very skilled escapes there from Keko. But it's not enough. It's not enough to defend well against Storm Beast. You have to also, offend. Get those hits. Oh! The baited clock. That was so good. I would have fallen for that bait. Absolutely. Oh, and then the wall's back up. Oh,
He uses the hit invincibility.
absolutely.
And one thing
It's even...
Oh, sorry.
No, you were saying something more interesting than me, I'm sure, but...
What's even more
That's-
interesting is the time stop into debuffs.
Yeah, no, the... Keko got that checkmate. Very good.
QP.
Wasn't able to take...
Damn, we're really interrupting each other.
It's so bad. Oh, QP can get out of this. Yep. Oh, man, last hard even? Oh, man, the melee wide can really, really make people panic. But, Keko manages to get that last hit in. Bring this to the last card for the third one. Oh. Has to use the defensive special to get out.
Yeah, we'll see
Man,
if Keko can get another hit, but no, gets hit instead.
Mm-hmm.
QP only allowing one hit off the full debuff, so playing pretty well.
For sure, for sure. Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah, now QB not in a great spot here either with the basics coming in. Has to burn the time stop.
Yeah. Definitely really hard as Arcanist to like move forward. Arcanist is not that quick. And wide, which is a really nifty thing to stop tributes from moving, slows you down significantly, which makes it damn near impossible to escape the basic pressure sometimes.
One thing you
But
can do with arc is that while doing, if time stop is up, that is like if it's not on cooldown, you can weave the debuffs in with your normal attacks if you're like on level with the opponent. Uh, it does slow you down like a little bit, but
interesting.
if you're just spamming debuffs while you're doing your other attacks, it makes the offense a little bit more thick with stuff that they have to avoid. Even if some of that avoiding thing won't actually hit you, it'll just debuff you.
Yeah, and a lot of the debuffs are extremely potent. Like slow and paralyze just completely make life a pain for the opponent and usually lead into a hit, especially at this level of play.
Then we've got the Storm versus Sun matchup again. This is the one Keko won for the first one and then lost for the second. They were quite close with the Arcanist, but if they're feeling more comfortable with Sun, this is definitely the way to play if you're on your last card here. Ooh, cross counter.
Yeah,
No
really
one kept the
interesting.
advantage at all there.
I really like how Keko only went for one wave of diamonds, knowing that QP had the flash step up. Didn't want to like give up complete pressure there, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely a really interesting thing with Sun versus Diamonds. While they can be spammed, there are definitely holes in that pressure. So putting them out to try to burn an early defensive special is a very powerful like tactic you can have.
And QP really liking the tap basics from the clone, the crossfire. Forcing the spell out here with the charge basics. We'll see if QP sends a clone out and tries to tap basic. There it is.
Let's go. Man, the tap basic with the clone is so cool.
There's something about tap basic that makes it feel better than railgun in every aspect. I don't know why. Railgun being focus basic.
Railgun definitely feels like, I don't know. Railgun can definitely force panics if the pressure is strong already because the indicator is very frightening. That's the strongest use I've found for it against me. But QP not really using it very much. I know QP was training with Kuroko, and Kuroko, I believe, wasn't a huge fan of it towards the end of his MNS career. But I don't recall.
Yeah, I think
not
one of
recall
the
properly.
things about Storm's basic in general is that like one of the strong points of it is that it is like a spinning ball where you can't quite tell which direction it's going in unless you like look at it, and you kind of have to see where the openings are going to be, and whereas Railgun just has like an indicator that might make it a little bit more obvious which direction it's going in.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you see those walls of like the charged basics, and you can like if you're just like looking at as this one wall, you can kind of see where the opening is going to open up. Like if it's coming at a bunch of different angles, or if there's not going to be an opening at all if you look closely. But you do have to pay attention to where the basics are going.
Mm-hmm, for sure. And it's crucial for escaping the walls and just dealing with the pressure at all. Because if you read where they're going incorrectly, you get hit. It's simple as that. And you know what you said? There's like the spinning really does help blur that with like the changing direct like sizes of the spikes on top of it. It's actually, as I'm thinking about it, it's very good. Anyways, we have Kiwi versus Wiki. Uh, Kiwi versus Wiki is very funny. Same letters in their name. It's good.
Yeah, we're taking a trip down to losers round 2 before we go back to the other winner semifinals match.
This will be a best of 3. Oh boy, haven't seen this mirror in a while.
Yeah, there's a lot of quirks in this mirror. Like whoever Novi fires second wins every time.
Yeah,
So
it's the Fast and Furious matchup.
lots of wide hits coming out as well.
Mm-hmm.
There we go, another one.
It's so fast. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say here. This is exactly like how it goes. Oh man.
Yeah, Kiwi has that knowledge, has the recognition to just walk up and Novi fire after Novi fire cooldown's down.
Yeah. Definitely a thing you can punish as soon as they hit Novi fire, but if you weren't ready for it, again, you're on the edge like that, definitely feels safer to go for the wider punish. Oh my god.
Oh, and Wiki goes for the punish, but no.
And then just basics and wides, lasers and wides. This is how it goes. This is just it's a micro battle.
Yeah, and Wiki unfortunately. Oh, sorry.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Worm Ditto, you really can't just walk up and Novi fire them like that when they have Novi fire on cooldown or off cooldown, because they'll just like counter you.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's they're both playing Worm, and they both have very similar names. I feel like I hate this. I don't know who won. I want to say Kiwi won.
The person who won was Kiwiki.
Don't do this to me, Saya.
Alright, Wiki might be looking for a swap.
They didn't say it, so I assume they're staying. If not, they'll have to be given a scolding.
The loser of the second game doesn't really need to declare it, you know?
I think it's in the rules.
It doesn't really make a difference.
I like having a few extra seconds to mentally prepare myself for a different dodging strategy, so it does. But who knows?
That's true.
We don't have a large enough player base or a large enough tournament base or enough people interested in the stats of that to figure out if it's fairer or not. But the match is going pretty similarly. A lot of quick hits. Wiki really going for the longer basic combos.
Oh, and also
when they're
Wiki,
going for them at least.
Yeah, Wiki kind of discovering that staying still is perhaps a great strategy, like minimal movement.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely paying
It
off
is,
here.
This is the micro matchup after all.
And takes the card.
Oh, is Kiwi going to be able to figure that out as well, or is this going to be Wiki's runaway? I mean, we say that, but then Wiki is like, I'm just going to go with these massive arc movements. Yep. None of the whites get them, though. Oh, that's not so good. Yep, and Kiwi hitting buttons. You can't hit buttons when you have it down like that.
Wait, was it Wiki who was hitting buttons?
It was it Wiki who was hitting buttons? God, which one? Okay, no, it was Kiwi who was hitting buttons. Ugh.
Oh no, Kiwi not in a great spot.
Okay, so Kiwi is the red one. Wiki is the yellow one. Okay.
Oh, Wiki barely gets out of that one. Greedy lasers.
Walls arc. Ooh.
Oh, Wiki.
Walls are pretty small for this, honestly. Wiki takes this one though.
Oh, just call Wiki Jippo? Okay. And Jippo, like... I really can't tell what happened.
It's a fast matchup.
Not so sure what exactly changed other than Wiki just making more controlled movements, and they've swapped colors again.
I detest this. So Kiwi is yellow, Jippo is the red one now.
So the way the colors work is that if someone chooses an alt color, then it'll respect their decision. But if they both choose the alt color, then like it'll show you the color you chose on your screen. But on spectator, I don't know. I don't remember how it prioritizes it for spectators, but I don't think it's
Well,
basically
whatever it's doing,
it's
whatever they're
different
doing.
it might be different on their screen, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know how good that is for fairness, but that's how it works.
Kiwi going for some melee jank, and it works. Man, I feel like this really does feel like absolute chaos. Especially when it gets closer. Oh, Kiwi going for the approach. Jippo had the wide out. Now, Kiwi is on their tournament life. They're definitely playing it a lot safer. They know how tense the situation is. Ooh. Nobody fired after the lasers. But it was after the laser was done, so it was quite safe. Oh, now Jippo's on their last heart for this one too. Is Kiwi gonna try and push forward for this? There's this one
Oh,
what?
slight bit of network weirdness, I guess, but it's resolved now.
Yeah, no, Kiwi. No, Kiwi was focusing so hard on dodging. You could see them making like the committing to things and then going back when they knew it wasn't gonna work. GG's. Both players though. Jippo takes it. God, the worm mirror is so fun. So fun to watch. Yeah, it was absolutely a close one. F for channel points. Dang. So we have HGC Warrior and Pinky Smile coming up next.
Yeah, we're back to best of 5 winners semifinals. HGC fighting quite a lot of reds.
America versus France. I think that's the French flag. Begins sweating profusely. More lich, more red. HGC Warrior going to be coming out of this with tons and tons of magic knowledge here.
Yeah, not sure of the decision to immediately head to the corner. I feel like you kind of want to establish space in the center, try to cut the other person off as the lich. And we can see
for sure.
We can see Pinky just playing very well in general, not letting the butterflies take control.
Yep. Oh, but that is Pinky's first hit. And we know what Lich can do off of one hit, which is loads.
Yeah.
HGC Warrior not able to make up the most of it, unfortunately. Pinky Smile hanging back. Macroing all the butterflies. Ooh.
Oh, no.
No. The homing wides. It's how they feel. It really is.
Oh, and Mina,
See,
since
even
you're
Lich
here,
gets homing wides.
Mina, since you're here, what do you think about the fact that keyboard players are at an innate disadvantage in the game Maiden and Spell?
Because of red's wides? Is that why?
Just like a bunch of stuff punishes 8-direction movement.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I noticed.
Sun
I
stuff
definitely
in general too.
thought about that when making red's wides, because like if it's it would need to be like imagine if Red's wides were in a configuration where if you just hit up on your keyboard, you could
Pinky
escape
takes
it.
game 1. Let's
Like that would
go.
be so easy to dodge and such a non-issue. So I had to make that a directional. It's sort of like a weird thing actually, because like if I don't put those blockers in sort of the 8 directions, then keyboard players will just have such an easy time dodging it that it'd be stupid to play on a controller almost. Or maybe they just use the directional keys on the controller, the D-pad.
Yeah, it's definitely there's definitely an issue with not doing so, but also it kind of feels bad to have to like lower your speed and jiggle on keyboard.
Well, I mean, you could have it like the 1.0 version of Maiden and Spell, where
Oh no.
Red's wide was just so it was just like such a wide like it had the bullets were too spread out that it was just there was no point to pressing it at all. So that had to be adjusted.
Now HC Warrior in a bind here. Really, her last card was pretty rough, and she's already gone out here. Oh no. This is a best of 5, so they got one more. Pinky is staying. Yep, unsurprisingly, Pinky's been doing very well with this. No reason to change a good thing. HC Warrior definitely like holding back to start.
Yeah, definitely not the easiest matchup because Red just is one of the characters that can always put some kind of pressure on Lich.
Lich, being as slow as she is, I think is very frequently forced to micro like in between lasers, and then if Redhead's able to get kunai in between them, it becomes absolutely brutal.
Yeah, and
We can see that happening in here.
Yeah, Pinky's playing exceptionally well as well. Just
Yep.
like using the basics with the knives, using that synergy.
Oh no. The kunai hitbox, the spinning kunai hitbox is quite deceptive and mean. I'm very glad it exists in that form.
You're so mean.
And Pinky takes it. Very, very good command of this matchup.
Yeah, the kunai didn't used to have a hitbox, did it?
No, it didn't. It didn't in the initial version.
Yeah.
And it definitely made like disrespecting it, like disrespecting kunai way easier. And now that they have a hitbox, it's very good. At least I like it. I will be right back.
Alright, looks like we're just gonna go through the losers bracket now that we can go all the way up to losers finals. A lot of threats in the losers bracket now, especially HGC. We'll have to see how the match against Wiki pans out. And we're headed to losers round 3 where we're gonna see Keko versus Triple. Two AOS 2 players facing off in a completely different game.
returned.
Hi back.
Sorry to delay things. Listen. I said I'm returned. You said I'm high back. You're really phoning it in here.
I had to go for the hard read. I had to preemptively load it into my brain.
No, it's a reactable overhead. Anyway, I think we're ready to go. We
Yeah,
have
yeah.
everyone looking here.
Yeah, say that we're ready, I think. Just double checking. Yeah, we're good.
Let's get it going. The AOS 2 match. Now, Keko has a bunch of characters. Triple, I believe, has a Red Hood. So we're gonna look at the Arc versus Red Hood matchup, and it's gonna be great. I don't know much about this matchup, honestly.
Yeah, apparently it was pretty annoying for Arcanist. Not sure how it is now.
Wide hit. So let's see. Triple doing the defensive Red Hood thing of moving back, putting out kunai. They use focus kunai a lot.
Yeah, definitely loving to hold the focus button when pressing kunai, and it's working.
Yeah.
Well, not currently, but it has been working.
It definitely keeps Keko from just rushing in. Not that Arc desperately wants to rush in anyways, but Arc definitely does want to be in a middle range. I don't know what that range is, though. I can't describe it. I definitely feel like the large circles have to be overlapping, and Arcanist is quite happy there. Going for a defensive clock.
Yeah.
But all the way across the screen, that's not going to get Keko very much.
Yeah, I guess they wanted a bit of a breather, but not having that cooldown feels really bad when Triple is pressing a lot of focus knives and getting that long range.
Sure, for sure. So Keko taking it a little easier with these kunai coming out, though. Really does not want to keep getting hit by them. Had some nice micro going on there, but that's the danger with Red Hood. When Red Hood forces you to micro, it gets real dicey.
Yeah, now Keko looking for anything here, trying to move in a little bit, going for a close basic perhaps, trying to pressure with wide as well. Definitely more proactive playing. Also macroing a lot of things, just circling around the kunai.
Oh no! The juke back down. It's very, very hurtful. Feels like in this match, anytime Keko has taken a hit, Triple's taken one right after. Triple's going to get hit by something silly at the moment. Never mind. Well. Triple takes the first one. And I don't think chat's very happy about that, because chat's cheering for Sun. And if I go to the prediction, can I see what the predictions look like? I don't know. Everyone's saying Go Keko has that number 1 next to their name.
Yeah, predictions are pretty one-sided. 4,500 points for Keko and a measly 166 for Triple. Keko swapping to the Sunny.
And Triple gonna cause a channel point upset or what? We'll see how this works. Keko bringing out the Sun alternate matchup. I want to say they're more... I don't know how comfortable they are with Arc versus Sun or how good they think they are at it. But nice thing about Sun Priestess is Dispel comes out frame 1, I think. It's a very fast defensive special. Doesn't require a whole lot of thought to use as a panic button, which is nifty. And, oh. Yeah, Keko is really taking command of this game so far.
Yeah, I think a lot of that is the matchup. Keko is definitely pretty decent with both the characters, but pressuring with Sun is more straightforward. And also Sunny hard punishes people who are indecisive.
It's true.
the biggest thing to look out for is when the diamonds come out. If triple confidently moves in, you know they're recognizing the dangers of moving back. But if they move back, usually they're gonna get hit.
Yeah, there was a... Oh, yeah, they were zigzagging there.
Oh, unfortunate. Backs up into the activation of the pancake hitbox.
And that was fast.
Yeah, Keko was a
That was pretty
commanding
fast.
game too.
Echo is staying, yep.
So that's one set each.
That is one game each, yeah. Triple thinking about what they're doing next, pushing to Frost. Ooh, I think that's the right choice. If Triple... Now, it's kind of funny how you said that Sun hard punishes people who don't make decisions. Frost gets to make one decision, which is sit on her ass and use basic. This is kind of a rough matchup for Sun. So Triples can come out here with a Frost that knows how to make Sun's life a little hell, which, oh man, seems like they're kind of doing. Oh no.
Yeah, in theory, Frost just completely has the agency in this matchup with the ability to roll through all of the pressure and get that stun wave. Also, the basic pressure just putting so much pain onto the Sunny player. But in practice, what we've seen from Triple's Frost, I think a lot of what makes Frost so good in this matchup isn't really coming out. You need to be prepared to press that dodge roll button like that and just continuously keep up the pressure. But Triple, I don't think quite comfortable with pressing the offensive special button that much.
Oh, yes. Oh, that was a beautiful stun.
It's one stun wave for the tournament.
Yeah, there's
Stun
like
wave is tricky to use.
we really don't have many Frost players.
Man, Keko with a very good dispel, seeing the dodge roll coming in, thinking not today. Definitely one of the moves that I forget exists in this matchup is dispel. It's useful and it's required in some situations, but Sun Priestess, like, it's very rare because Sun Priestess is using basically all of her moves that aren't dispel constantly. As you can see, even with Keko doing here, like mixing in the diamonds, mixing in a lot of basics with these waffles.
One of the things about dispel is I think it has the longest cooldown in the game. I might be forgetting something, but it has a very long cooldown.
Yeah. And it definitely deserves that long cooldown. It's a very good defensive special.
Oh. Yeah, Keko putting the basic out there, looking at Triple's approach. What a good play. And Triple rolling through the diamonds, recognizing now.
Oh, but rolls into a waffle? No. Which means Keko takes that. Chat can breathe easy. So Triple definitely made some good choices there. Absolutely, like, did very well in the first game. No, I like a lot of the counterpicking happening. It's working out, I think, pretty good for people who are counterpicking, which is really interesting. Not usually the story in Maiden and Spell tournaments. Hell yeah. So next up we have HGC Warrior versus Wiki. No! Go left! Rip. They return. No. Oh. Tournament is progressing nicely. So I gotta say again, I really love this layout you've made for the in-between matches.
You gotta thank Ox for some of that, because the drawing itself is from Ox after all.
Well, thank you also, Ox. I
Also
guess you
using
can get
Mino's
some...
assets.
I guess everybody who's not me gets praise for this one, and that's fine. Agency Warrior. Lich. Jippo. My short-term memory is failing me again. Who did Jippo play? I'm dead.
That's a question, isn't it?
I feel like
Oh,
it's
there
gonna...
we go.
Okay, we have the worm. This is also kind of an interesting matchup where Worm is definitely super mean to Lich before Lich can get things set up. But if Lich gets big enough flowers going, that basically can, I don't want to say trivialize, but can definitely really weaken a lot of the pressure that Worm wants to put out.
Yeah, both characters are glass cannons in a sense because
Yep.
Lich is so vulnerable. However, Worm doesn't have real defensive options.
Mm-hmm. No, like that all of HGT Warriors butterflies are out. It's very important to have them out. But the positions kinda they work. They're kinda clumped up near the top center there. But you know, it doesn't matter because she takes the first card.
Yeah, round start Novi Fire is a good idea, but Flower just completely negates that and gives
Mhm.
Lich a safe space to set up.
Yep. I want to say HGC can be greedier with it, even going so far as to try and put the flower right on top of Worm if it's happening. But that's definitely riskier, because then she can get hit, and then, well, it also makes Worm's pressure a lot, or not Worm's, Lich's pressure a lot weaker.
Yeah, right now I think she's moving around a little too much, like trying to get up close, trying to force the issue. But when you're in a situation where you're down but have setup, I think you should just stand back. You should
Yep.
not get revenge DS to Wiki with the excellent recognition, knowing that that could happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Man, Warrior really, I want to see more flowers up from her, especially in this matchup. Because when you get those things up, you can hide in them, and Worm doesn't really have recourse for that. Like, the insane thing Worm can do is using, like, hit invuln to dive into them and get a Novi fire off. That can be a frightening revenge hit, but that's about all they can do in that situation, and it's super risky
Yeah, it's
and
incredibly
extremely
powerful.
situational.
It's incredibly powerful, but it only really works if you're up on hearts. Like if you're like
Mm-hmm.
2-1 and going for that last hit, you take the hit and to close out the game.
Yeah.
Wait, that's the situation right here. Flower is not up. Oh,
Oh, they went for it. They didn't dive deep enough into Flower, so they were able to survive. Really love to see that. HEC Warrior takes game one in this best of three. Close, though.
shout out for going for it though. Like recognizing that was on the table, recognizing that it was 2-1. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out, but
Don't even say anything. You know these people. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they are listening to commentary.
yeah, what if they're listening right now?
God.
Giving them great advice.
Yeah, and Rachel definitely corroborating everything. Like what we've said is that Worm can be real degen when Flower is down. I suspect that Rachel has a much better understanding of what that means than we do, though.
All right, HEC playing a little more back.
Mhm.
Like to see that, not taking the unnecessary hits. Oh no, staying a bit too close and getting caught up in the basic into the wide.
Yep. Wood, I do like this. She's pushing forward, deeper into there. Still, hearts-wise, it wasn't looking so great for HGC, but the positioning was certainly improving for her. Taking a wide arc on those wides. It always feels very scary to do as the slower characters, in my opinion. And Jippo really just, alternating between the typical worm pressure stuff. A lot of basics. When the range seems right, he's throwing out wides.
AGC channeling a bit of Maven for that last hit, just completely ran through all of Wiki Jippo's pressure, meleeed.
No, if they didn't hit the button, they could have escaped.
Yeah, overall just burning Flower earlier too, so now Wiki in a commanding position just needs one stray hit.
I mean, the position doesn't feel that great for them, honestly, with the big flower in there. Oh,
Worm
Jippo takes
wide.
it. It's 1-1. what's the predictions looking like here? I'm seeing a lot of ones in the chat.
1.3 thousand for HGC and 4.1 thousand for Wiki.
Whoa. That feels like that's a big pot. Like I'm seeing Rachel and Horai saying HGC's got this and Poromatic with the 2 prediction, but dang.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it pans out. It really depends on how it gets started here. Lich, a very snowbally character.
Yep. HGC focused on getting the butterfly pressure going. Oh,
Yeah, it feels
nice
bad.
flower out. Could have been bigger. Ah,
HGC again pressing the button, slowing down.
pressing buttons. Yep.
And that earlier flower, if HGC recognized that Wiki got hit, that could have been a massive charge, but it doesn't
for
really
sure.
matter in the end.
Yep. It's one of those things you have to. I feel like you. I don't know if you have to be looking for it. I don't think so. But it's a thing you have to at least have in the back of your mind as a, possibility you get all that extra involved.
Yeah, and after that nail biter of a first card, it's looking as even here.
Mm-hmm. HGC with no flowers up yet has all her butterflies out. There is a wall of them, and when Jippo was crossing over there, I was thinking that could be dicey because then they put themselves in a box. But the positioning was enough to get a hit on HGC.
And HGC in general just, I think, needs to create some distance because a lot of these hits are coming from either excessive movement or, I guess, taking unnecessary risks. And although it might be better overall to learn to play really well up close, get those dodges in, if you're trying to win here, I think you need to minimize that kind of risk.
There it goes. Clean card coming out of Jippo. I think that wraps it up. That's 2-1 for Jippo.
Yeah, Jippo, really nice adaptation. Like, was completely struggling during the first game, but I guess cleaned up the gameplay, dodged through all of the Lich pressure, and I guess just outlasted.
Alrighty. Well, Wiki Jippo can stick around for a little bit because next up they have to face Keko.
Yeah, and this is loser semifinals, the best of 5.
I think it's all best of 5s from here on out, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And HCC Warrior exiting with a pretty respectable 1, 2, 3, 4, tied for 5th place.
I like their matches as well.
Yeah, also shout out to Triple for placing the same. Definitely not easy to go 2-2 in any tournament.
Yep. How's everyone else done so far? Jippo's still in it. Penguinos is out. Paladin M, who was in MAH3, also out with 2-1s for each of their matches. Oh man.
Oh yeah, Mino, what's your thoughts on like Worm versus Lich in general, design wise, I guess?
So the way I originally designed it is sort of like Lich can kind of play a variety of different ranges. Like if she gets in close, she can just place down flowers, or her defensive special, I mean, and also like just tapping wide will put a pretty thick blanket down of like wide flowers within very close range. Whereas Worm is sort of like, she plays best at close range, unlike Glitch that can kind of be either. So I guess it's sort of like, you want to have it's sort of, I wanted it to kind of be like, it turns Lich's play into like that of a zoner against Worm, because she doesn't want Worm to get too close to her. So she puts in flowers and obstacles in between, and just Worm tries to use her speed advantage and try to dodge them and get in. So that's the way it was designed, I guess, that matchup. I don't know how well it worked out that way, but also, I don't know. This is more like a development, story from way back when. But one of the things that made me sort of realize sort of the weirdness of the game was when I was trying to balance Lich's basic versus Dreadworm's laser, because they were one of the two first characters that I actually made. And if I made the basic like stop you for too long, then she wouldn't be able to dodge Worm's laser. So it's like, okay, the laser is like actually sort of this weird game changing thing that I have to balance the entire game around, basically. Like everything has to be able to get out of the way of the laser. Otherwise just Worm's presence will prevent people from using certain moves. If they have too much like movement lock or move speed down or something like that. So I don't know, making that matchup was just sort of an interesting point in development. It's sort of different now because it's been updated a lot, but yeah, that's what I have. Yeah.
Oh, I just realized I was muted on stream. Oh no. I'll just repeat. What I was saying is, it's kind of interesting how Lich Basic has all the properties to be effective at close range, especially as a counter while backing away. But Lich as a character doesn't want to be in those close ranges.
Yeah, it sort of depends on, like, she's pretty versatile, even though she's fairly slow. So she can do a lot of different things, and plus she has a lot more options now to like get away. She has like a move cancel, and her flower, if you just tap it, it speeds her up a bit. Her defensive special, I mean, which it didn't used to do. So there are a few ways she can get out of close range if she doesn't want to be in close range, as opposed to like when the game launched. So.
All right, and we're just waiting on Jippo here.
Yep, pass the round.
There we go.
There we go. Let's go. Mapping back and forth over the mat until waiting for Jippo to hit that button. Well, let's go.
And best of 5, loser semifinals. These two players are fighting for a place on the imaginary podium, the top 3.
Oh, that's... I thought that was gonna hit. That was Gecko who got bopped.
Flashbang.
Yep. Oh. Man, so... I want to say we've had this matchup on stream, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like both of these characters are... They're both quite competent mid-range. I want to say Red Hood definitely does more or longer range. Worm wants to stay close range, but I feel like it's gonna be kind of tough for Jippo to get in there. Keko, very defensive Red Hood.
Yeah, definitely
And,
plays methodically with the knife setups and moving down to try and get a bit of crossfire going.
Jippo opening up with Novi Fire again. I wonder why.
Yeah.
It might be just to try to establish I am here in the center, which I would do, honestly. I don't know how well it's working out, though.
Maybe it's like a Galaxy Brain read if Keko goes in, but not so sure.
Yeah, Keko's defensiveness here is... I don't know, I think it really is their strength.
But Jippo, not a slouch either, especially with that last hit, just wrapping around. Definitely had bright moments in this one-sided first game.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, perhaps a switch. Maybe just a color switch.
It's a color switch, I'm gonna lose my mind.
If it's a color switch, I support that fully.
We got one person in chat rooting for Wiki Fippa, Wiki Jippo. Let's go. Love to see it.
I'm still confused. Is it Wiki Hippo? Is it pronounced Wiki Hippo? I'm so confused. Is it
I'm just
Hippo?
gonna ignore chat.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I should trust chat.
Okay. Well, we don't know if Wiki is staying or changing. No, they're staying.
Oh, we should have responded that it was a best of 5. Oops.
I think I did. But
Well, we're in game now. Wiki.
you know, pretty,
Oh, we're
Was it-
we're very off rhythm.
yeah, no, but it was basically more of the same. Wiki was trying to mix in more lasers. As you know, why not if the other stuff wasn't working out so well? Definitely good to see if something else works.
Oh, that was so unfortunate there. The last frames of Invuln prevented Wiki's on-target wide. That was like milliseconds away from getting another hit.
That's the kind of game this is, though. It's a game of frames and split millisecond decisions.
Wiki
Or
confidently
kunai out
moving
that's
in.
gonna be. Yeah. Excellent
Vanish on
decision
cooldown.
making there.
Yeah, and Vanish is still on cooldown when Novi Fire's coming back up, so Wiki could go for a repeat, but comfortable to just pressure from mid-range here.
And it worked out for them.
Oh no. The curse of keyboard.
For sure, for sure. The walls are pretty small. Vicky can definitely go for more of that Novi Fire. Novi Fire stuff.
Oh,
They got that
closes
card.
it out. Yeah.
Fortunately, got that wide, yeah.
Hmm.
I was not like super confident in Wiki in that card even when they were at an advantage. Oh no.
See, I think Wiki's victory condition, and this has been, I want to say, true for them for a while. And maybe other players here where there are definitely some who, like, when the stage gets smaller, and they I don't want to say are forced to do some closer range stuff, but the ones who've been comfortable hanging back, they're forced to do closer range stuff when the walls get small. And I think for Worm, and in this case, Wiki, in Wiki's case here, that's definitely where they shine. Is if they can, like, hold back some of the aggression a little bit, they can keep it going, keep their hearts up. They can do real well.
Yeah, I think the biggest like challenge Wiki has to overcome is just getting in the first place, because red basic is scary. It just blocks off your movement in directions other than in.
And Mondas, the Wiki fan is now saying Wiki sucks, which is not true. Wiki is in top 4. Don't even give him that. Wiki's got some sauce.
Yeah, and also has the lead here, dodging around the... Oh no, but catches the tail and dodged around the knives pretty well. But really unfortunate occurrence there. Now Keko in a very comfortable spot. Oh, but Wiki chasing? No.
That's gonna be a hit. Was either very confident in that hit or not aware of the kunai coming from behind.
Yeah, I think a lot of this just has to do with the level of experience with dodging in general. Like when people get the higher level dodging wise, some of Red's pressure falls off. Like Red still has a lot of pressure, especially thanks to the kunai changes and a lot of other stuff, but Red's especially a menace at these lower levels where not everyone is super comfortable with just weaving around things masterfully.
I like this wide pressure coming out of Wiki though. Good dodging, continuing to move forward, staying frightening.
Yeah, and I thought Wiki would get punished for that, like what happened here, but got the hit previously and has some sort of lead to work with.
Yep. Oh, well, they used to.
Yeah, they did. Maiden and spell.
This is how the game goes.
Alright, well, Wiki
Dang.
just looking for an angle in again, but...
Oh,
ugh.
commentator or spectator glitch. One of the many. Spectating is hard. No beef intended, you know.
I mean, I haven't seen the glitch yet.
Oh.
Yeah. There was no spectator bug on my side. We haven't seen... I personally haven't seen it at all this tournament yet. So it means it'll come up soon, right?
Well, that's the theory. But I did see... I think that is a 3-0 for Keko here, though.
Yeah, well played from Wiki. Just... I guess it's just like what happens when you're fighting Red Hood and you have to dodge a lot.
For sure. Red Hood's a rough one. Which means, I think the last match we can do right now that Keko has made it all the way up to losers finals, is QP versus Pinky Smile.
Winners finals.
Winners finals. Very exciting. We're coming up towards the end of this. We have winners finals and losers finals and grands finals. And everyone's still playing now is top 3. Top 3 beginner. Go. Standing on top of Pinky. Let's see, what does that mean? We have left. We have Keko, QP, and Pinky. Got a Storm Beast. I do not remember who Pinky plays. And then Keko, who's got a handful of characters under his belt. Let's get it going. Angry smiley face because I'm hype. Winners finals. Whoever wins here is in grands. No questions asked. Well, we did ask the question, which is who wins here. But it's good. Going to grands means you're in second place guaranteed.
Yeah, I think the biggest question
a
we
nice
have to
feeling.
ask is, will QP be able to, I guess, spin up the game plan? Because Pinky, definitely a great player who's shown that they can, I guess, just play out the game comfortably.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and right now, QP just has a lot of control, keeping Pinky locked up in that corner. Walks out as the clone expires, though, and Pinky's the one in the advantage here. I'm tripping over my words because QP and Pinky are just similar sounding.
They are similar sounding. And it's definitely hard to keep track of who has the positional advantage here with this one. I feel like Storm Beast can very quickly shift from I'm in a great spot to my spot is bad.
Yeah, Pinky vanishing out.
Pinky
QP.
vanishing into that. Ooh, yo,
Yeah,
yo,
find those
let's
gaps.
fucking go! Holy shit, that was awesome.
QP with the
Oh,
really good
just in the
holds
melee.
though. Like the basic holds from QP, just keeping up the pressure.
For sure, for sure. QP bonking on a wide. Wonder how, I'm kind of curious to see how Pinky's wide economy has been, how much they're up and how like long they stay around.
Yeah, we're
Definitely
seeing
one of the things you want to be keeping track of with both of these characters. With Storm Beast, you almost always want to have a doppelganger up. Without doppelganger, Storm Beast is laughably easy to dodge, laughably easy to think about.
Yeah, and Pinky really needs to refresh these wides, keep QP on their toes because a lot of the hits are coming from QP running into that stationary wide while moving a bit too
Yeah.
fast.
Yep. Powerful wide. Ooh, was just goes for the tap basic. Was the absolute right call there.
And
tap
QP
basic.
in firm command, throwing the tap basics out, trying to get a hit.
Yeah, and Pinky keeping calm. There were some wide. QP was throwing wides out in a very, very good spot. Pinky almost hit by a bunch of them, but this wall looks mean. I think, yeah. It's the way everything coalesced there. You had to burn the DS. And now it's getting small. And
Yeah, QP
takes the first one.
I wouldn't say it was dominant, but I think
Definitely not
QP
dominant.
had a lot more control over the game.
Yep.
Also, I think what's very interesting is how QP uses the hold charge basic to like wall off space, especially when Pinky's panicking and trying to get out of those holes.
Interesting Storm Beast positioning there. Oh man, this is. Ooh,
Oh, that was so good.
that was so dicey looking.
And QP, I think, completely settled in now.
Yep, they've got the flow.
Pinky needs to find a way to either adapt, break up this pressure. I think the biggest thing is just refreshing wide more, because when Storm Beast is in open space, it's pretty much free. Just macro everything if you want.
Yep, Storm Beast is very fast, and so none of the like, I want to say ranges that basic can be are particularly like you need to micro them. So I think a lot of Red Hood's like a lot of her key strength doesn't get to show up in this matchup, but the wides are coming out, and QP's having a hard time dealing with them. Look at all those Red Hood wides. This is what I want to see.
Yeah, definitely a lot more refreshing. And also a lot better movement coming out from Pinky, not getting ass trapped. As I say that, QP setup.
Ooh, they held it down for a while though, and QP was just holding that basic. This means that as the time went by, there was going to be less pressure for Pinky to deal with as soon as they DS'd out of there, which was true. But the walls are getting kind of small, and Redhead doesn't do great here.
Yeah,
This is where Storm Beast can get real mean.
yeah,
But wides, that's what we want to see, Pinky.
yeah, Pinky really needed to close it out there. It was getting
yeah.
very, very dangerous. And now, as the next card comes, Pinky needs to move out of that corner, but gets caught by the wide.
They did a really brilliant move there where they guided Storm Beast's like next two basics off screen super fast, so they had a lot of space to go for that escape. They were only hit by the wide because they were moving too fast out of it. Really like what they did there, though.
Yeah, Pinky with the adaptation.
Oh, dicey.
Oh, and yet again, the Storm Beast wide, just catching Pinky over and over. Pinky's moving very well, just getting caught after the good movement.
Yep. Oh man, this is looking actually not so bad. Yeah, needed to use DS there, but they kept calm. They were able to put some pressure out in that spot. Only one heart remaining for them though, and QP is feeling quite okay. QP with 2 wins and winners finals.
Pinky looked, I think, a lot better in some of that, but
Oh yeah,
overall,
definitely.
I think QP is still in firm control of the game here. Definitely
I don't know.
hard for Pinky.
When Pinky is keeping the wides out though, and keeping it calm with them, they definitely have some stuff. They have some good stuff going on here. I think they can take a card, and I think if they can take a card, maybe that'll be the momentum they need to take the whole game, get that reverse sweep going.
Yeah, we need to see some of that, some of those wide refreshes like we just saw.
Because when they're out, they're out. But Pinky really is giving Storm or QP a lot of latitude here. Like when you make this much space versus Storm Beast, Storm gets to build as big of walls as they want. Well, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, really good recognition from Pinky to just move up there, knowing that the hole in the wall would just come out after waiting. But getting caught by the wides over and over, and
QP's wide use is just so good. Like it's coming out. I think whenever Pinky feels comfortable just doing a lot of movement.
yeah, the mark of a good Storm is when it feels like they're pressing both basic and wide at once.
Damn. Ain't that the truth?
Cause like, in a stereotypical beginner environment, my advice against Storm Beast would be to stay as still as possible, because in a lot of cases, it's like alternating. When the basics are coming out, you move. When they aren't, you just stand still and not get hit by the wide. But when you're against a player of QP's caliber, you have to actually play the game instead of trying to cheese it.
Yeah. I mean, they were on the grind a lot over these past 2 weeks. Kuroko was teaching them. Kuroko taught them pretty well, it seems. This is a really mean-looking Storm Beast.
Yeah, and you could see the gap that Pinky was trying to go for there. Knowing that the two basics were separating, but they didn't separate in time to cut up before they reached the wall. So died with Vanish up there. Unfortunate.
So this card is even. Ooh, I was saying it's even. I think you can definitely get this card for sure.
Yeah, but Pinky really needs this
Lot of.
one.
Yep. Look, I was gonna say, look at all the wides that were out. There was no really good positioning for Storm Beast at that point.
And now it's almost a mental reset for Pinky. Has to, I guess, take that last card and run with it. Has to secure this game to keep the grand final dreams alive.
QP getting kind of greedy. Taking that hit there when they really didn't need to. Letting Pinky get out scot-free of what was honestly a tough position. Oh, that was so slick looking. Just bonks into the back of that basic.
And QP just with the upfront pressure, going for the melees into another melee with the clone blocking.
So many wides going out, and Pinky is moving like not into them, not really through them, just being patient and making those slow movements. Oh, but wanting to get away from the melee threat. Oh man, that was a really good set. Despite the 3-0 coming out for QP. I liked the gameplay from both of them a lot there.
Yeah, although Pinky got hit quite a lot, you could definitely see how they were adapting, trying to find those openings, recognizing those openings.
Damn. And QP fucking relentless. It really did feel like they were doing both basic and wide at the same time for some of those hits. Really great wide usage though, I think.
Yeah,
it was mixed in at the perfect moments.
Yeah, you have to keep up pressure like that by having like a switching between basic and wide and trying to keep the whole screen filled with bullets. And I think that both of them did a pretty good job of doing that.
Oh yeah. And we got Pinky versus Keko. Good Pinky coming off what I suspect was a pretty intense game for them. Not Keko, Pinky? Did I say Keko or Pinky? I don't know.
You said Pinky. We're good.
Good. Good. The nice zombie is saying QP is playing out of their mind. I'm commentating out of my mind because I have no idea what's going on.
All right, losers finals, fighting for that trip into Grands.
Sun Priestess versus Red Hood.
And you have to think this
I don't-
is a rematch, right? No, it isn't.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen this matchup yet.
Oh, I've played this matchup so much. It feels like home, truly. It's a good matchup. Both characters can be very, very speedy. Both of them really do like to force your positioning out into weird ways. Sun Priestess's natural movement patterns can be used to drag the kunai everywhere, but also if you try and do certain things with Sun Priestess, you will just checkmate yourself. I don't know what the Red Hood side of this is like, but the Sun side is very fun. The up close melee stuff is a lot of fun. The long range stuff is a lot of fun. Red Hood wants to play this close, like mid range, I feel like.
And you can see, again, Pinky's excellent recognition, knowing that you have to go in when the diamonds are coming out, not being forced to use Vanish by them. And overall, just really confident play.
Really good use of kunai to escape the slowdown in the basic there.
It's a very
Like,
aggro
going in.
Sun Priest.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of the, I think, better ways to play this matchup.
Yeah, Keko going for a lot of the breakfast setup, which is basic wide. And it worked out for the previous
man.
art.
Yeah, Keko was really, really locked down there. I was thinking they were going to get that hit. They were stuck in between the lasers for that whole time, basically. Then Pinky bonks and lets Keko free. But Keko's still at 1 heart. I want to say to let diamonds go a little early there at that range especially. But Pinky runs into the spawning waffle.
And the way Keko dodges scares me, because they kind of move towards the outside edge of basic and then back in.
Yeah, it's... and that's when you do stuff like that, that's what happens is eventually you'll just move toward the basic too much and get bapped. That was intense. Holy. Pinky with one victory on the board.
Alright, and Keko trying to start up a bit of something, creating space with the diamonds and trying to set up a lot of less charged wides to try and create a minefield that Pinky has to wade through, but the only minefield here are those binds, the red wide.
Illy's saying we have seen this matchup before. Keko versus Triple. We did. And I forgot about it because short-term memory. It's bad.
Yeah, what I was trying to talk about before the game was that I thought we had seen these two players together because Losers Finals usually has rematches, but no, the rematch we were looking for is Keko versus QP, which happened in Winners.
Oh, man. Pinky really just taking a dominant stance here, though. This was pretty dominant.
Yeah, Pinky just comfortable, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
if I had to describe it, it would really be comfy because Pinky just unfazed, just using their game plan and not really being phased by Keko's pressure.
Keko going for the swap. More red dittos. One more for the pile.
If you
Let's
can't
see how
beat
this
'em-
turns out for them.
if you can't beat him, join him. And
Yeah.
wow.
I don't know how this is gonna work. I think Keko is definitely quite strong with Sun Priestess, and I want to say Pinky has done the Hood matchup, the Hood versus Hood mirror a bunch in this tournament already.
All right, but both sides starting almost identically, and Keko getting the first hit, but bonking onto one of those stationary red wides. Pinky just polite, returning the favor.
They really are just trading here.
A pretty offensive
Yeah.
vanish coming out from Keko, turning out a lot of knives and getting the hit there.
I know that there's been some debate among the Red Hoods whether offensive vanish is the strat or if you just save it for defensive stuff.
Well, I made it so that you could use it for both. So if There you go. It
Oh.
resets a cooldown. And also cancels slowdown, I think. Or does it? I forget. Maybe it doesn't. I guess
I
it
want to
overwrites.
say, it'll overwrite most slowdowns, but I'm not sure. I don't have the numbers in front of me.
Well, if there's any matchup where it's, I guess, justifiable to use Vanish offensively, I think it's this one, because Red's not a character that has concrete checkmate tools.
For sure, for sure. Pinky taking this first card.
It was incredibly close, though.
It was very close. If Keko can clean it up a little bit, they can absolutely take another card and maybe even this game save themselves from elimination. But it's I was gonna say it was hard to say because I want to say that Pinky, even though they got hit there, still has or had, the more dominant position on the map.
I think it's important to note that Keko is always the one moving back. Pinky is just confidently pressing forward, holding forward. And that leaves Keko way less room to dodge and way less angles to work with.
Yeah, so the defensive play that would be good for some other matchups is not working out for him here, and that's it.
Pinky 3-0 for the rematch in Grands.
Yep. Grand finals. Let's go. QP's got to get back in here. A lot of I believe in Keko in the chat. Well, there's two. Glitch and Maguka. Glitch, AOS2 player. Maguka, also an AOS2 player. I think she's played a bunch. She was in a tournament at least once. Grand finals first set. Oh, this prediction is looking very QP favored. Let's pop some on Pinky. I believe in Pinky. QP versus Pinky. I want to say. Oh man, I was gonna say that it was Pinky took a game off of QP, but that was Keko. Keko's not here anymore.
Also, Rifle's asking what your profile was, but I'm pretty sure that was revealed in the Maiden and Spell Discord a bit ago, right?
Oh yeah, it was sort of I wouldn't say a throwaway character, but I was making the new game, and a while back, it was one of the main characters. I think right now it's an enemy, but that might change.
So Pinky has requested a break, which I think we should give him. I think basically what it would be for them would be 3 high-stakes matches in a row, so giving them a breather, polite thing to do.
Right.
Yep. I think this has been I've enjoyed this tournament thoroughly so far, though. See, Pinky. Man, I think other than versus QP, Pinky hasn't dropped a game. QP dropped one versus Keko. But no, there's definitely been a lot more 2-1s in this one than I usually see in other tournaments. That's nice. It's nice to see.
Yeah, and still a shout out to Paladin and OS Penguinos. Although they did go 0-2, I'm sure that they definitely improved over the course of their sets. Oh, and Mino, there's a question for you in chat.
1 second.
What did Storm Beast development look like?
Oh, Storm Beast, like in development, Storm Beast probably took the longest to like. It was sort of weird with her. because I actually started making her and announced her before I put out the demo, but I didn't actually give her the move set that she has until a year later after that. Like, seriously, it took me a year to put together, because I knew I wanted to have a character that was fast, and that was just like, okay, a character that is fast, what does her bullets look like? And I also wanted her to have a doppelganger. But like, other than that, I ended up making Red Hood and what's the other one?
The other
Red
fast
Hood,
character?
Red Hood in depth before making Storm Beast, even though Storm Beast is number 5 on the like listing.
I see. So goes fast, has a doppelganger. This confirms that Storm Beast is literally Sonic the Hedgehog.
Does Sonic the Hedgehog have a doppelganger now?
It's Shadow the Hedgehog. His name is literally Shadow. What more do you want?
Oh my gosh.
All right, we're heading into grand finals. A
Pinky
rematch
versus
of
Pinky.
winners.
Yeah. Pinky's had their break. I suspect that QP will basically be running the same stuff. Worked before. I think they want to see if it'll work again.
Yeah, the real question is, how will QP deal with it? How will QP, I guess, maneuver around it this time?
For sure.
Also,
No, QP's maneuvering was good, was solid last game, or last match, so I'm confident they're going to be able to pull some good stuff out here.
yeah, last time they fought, I think the question was less of Pinky recognizing how to get out and more of Pinky getting hit randomly by wide after getting out.
Yeah.
Really solid play from QP there, though, walking up and meleeing in the corner.
Just walk up in basic.
Yep. Sometimes it works. Sometimes you get beat for it, but
It's definitely better if
God,
like your
really?
opponent is afraid of you.
Dang, Pinky really keeping the dodges small, staying calm there.
Yeah, Pinky holding on, has a lead here, just needs one stray hit.
Yeah, the wides aren't so bad either. QP for his part. Ooh. Drops off a ganger, but the pressure's been quite strong the entire time.
Yeah, and with defense specials
Definitely.
up for both players, we'll really have to see how they get burned. Oh, never mind.
Ooh.
That was an interesting setup with the basics.
Yeah.
It looked like he had an opening, but then the basic came out from the side, the uncharged one.
And again, I can never really... I don't know how to think about uncharged basic. It feels so much faster than it actually is. And QP definitely using it to its full potential, mixing it in with those basic walls.
Yeah, right there. I think with a little meaner positioning from QP that could have been ahead, but results in one anyways. Oh man, Pinky was doing so nicely on the first card there. Getting a hit. This could be the victory they needed.
You got some serious,
Oh my.
serious commentator's curse.
Yep. Holy.
All right.
You know, I was really looking forward to a comeback, but that was kind of wild.
It just happened. It just kept happening.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to QP there. There are definitely times when I'm playing where my brain will basically shut off and I won't be able to think about the game at all. Usually that happens like if I've got a hit I wasn't expecting or I got hit by a thing I wasn't expecting and my rhythm is just messed, but I don't know what happened there for QP. And now it's even on this last card in the first game.
Yeah, I really like how Pinky's mixing up the focus and regular kunai. Like, caught completely whiffed with the focus before and caught QP with the I can't even finish.
Can't finish. Games happen too fast. I want to say that's 1 for QP.
Yep, it is.
I
Oh.
felt so long.
All right. Pinky just needs to mental reset. They need to know that they took the card. They can take another one.
Mhm.
Not
It was
like
kind of
that.
a weird card to take. They were definitely took more normal cards in the previous game. I think that was a good use of DS. There was a dodge there, but it was really tricky and didn't put you in a good position afterwards anyway. The wide economy not looking so hot. A lot of kunai, a lot of basics coming out though. So it's not like the pressure isn't letting up.
Yeah, QP had a lot of room to just run around for the past few seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That was a dodge.
Just micros through both rows of knives, but then runs into a stationary wide.
Yeah.
And again.
Holy, extremely sweet dodging coming out of Pinky there, and then, oh,
Pinky though.
damn.
Pinky kind of backed up into the dream scenario for QP instead of moving out.
Mhm.
Unfortunate decision making.
Yeah. One of the things that I'm noticing Pinky isn't doing is getting cozy with the doppelganger, which is dangerous, but definitely one of the things you have to be keeping in mind, especially if the basic walls are coming out. Because when you get cozy with the doppelganger, you can switch the way that it's facing, and you can really mess up things like that. But when you're staying back like that, the doppelganger is a threat for both wides and basics.
Pinky with a sudden lead though. Maybe this is the card to start the comeback on.
Could be QP. Wonder what's going on with QP, because they definitely have this really strong play, but then it's just whenever they get hit, like another hit comes out soon after. Maybe it's a fatigue thing. I mean, QP with the biggest possible lead you can have in this game with tournament rules.
Yeah, Pinky.
Well, this card.
We'll see if QP can make this insane reverse card sweep.
Yeah, but we know what happened last time there was a situation with this. QP lost all of their hearts very quickly.
Was that another knife micro? QP is playing out of their mind today.
Dang, knife microing with Storm Beast. That is not easy. Oh, that's what I want to see. Going close to the doppelganger like that. It's way safer than it looks.
Did you see that? QP recognized they were almost on top of the stationary wide and used the flash step for the invuln to not run into it.
Yes, that's so good. Oh, nope, it's a 1-to-1 again.
Oh!
Oh, it wasn't a charge.
Goes in for the aggro.
Yep, that was freaking beautiful. Holy. That's 2-0 for QP, but all of these cards are close. Oh,
What a heartbreaker, too. Pinky was just one hit away at 4 hearts. And you have to think that QP's just completely in control, more than they already were.
mm-hmm. It's really hard to come back mentally from like losses like that, especially because they're so close.
But Pinky,
When what you're doing is working so well, and it's like, what do you change? If you change too much, like you won't know what you're doing, you won't be confident, so you're not going to get that victory. But if you don't change enough, it's going to be the same thing over and over.
But Pinky's staying strong. Really nice micro dodge in the corner to get away from the tap basic, and
Yeah,
also
they're handling those wides so well.
yeah, and refreshing wide as well in a commanding position here. This could be the game. As I say that, well,
Yeah, they're backing themselves into the corner on the wall again. I know it's very hard to like stay. It's very hard to stay confident in that situation. They take a card though.
yeah, I think you have to. I think the main thing to remember is that the opponent is as afraid of you as you are of them, and to try and get in their face a bit. Like even if it's not like
The bear logic.
Yeah, it's even if it's not
Oh,
like really in
no.
their face, like if your character doesn't melee well, but like figuratively in their face. But as I say that, Pinky's hearts are disappearing at a rapid pace.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Oh, and then the distance is too. I was gonna say it was too far for the wides and the kunai to be that threatening, but hey, it gets It gets Pinky a hit, but
You can
not.
overlap those things in pretty interesting ways. Like
Mhm.
if they're just trying to micro through it, it's going to be pretty difficult.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's one of the Red Hood's greatest strengths is like coercing your opponent into making the decision to micro these things.
You
And
really don't want to micro those arrows because like you think you can dodge around them, but they're longer than you might think they are.
Oh yeah.
Pinky getting bailed out with that hit.
Oh yeah.
Although QP responds, that was really good because Pinky was an awful. As I say that, Pinky's about to lose completely.
Oh. Yeah, I think that's it. That was the fall apart at the end there. That was so quick. That's a 3-0 for QP. Both players played very well.
Yeah, that was a really good game.
Mhm. Was that everything you expected Storm Beast to be, Mino?
Basically, I'm glad I buffed her basic in that last beta. That was a good decision. Made it a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I love the slower basic. I think it's a lot more fun to deal with on the defending side. But damn. Congratulations, QP. Extremely fucking nice play. The grind definitely paid out for you. I know you
Yeah,
were playing with
congrats.
Kuroko a lot. That was fucking nice.
There were so many good moments too. Like a lot of the mix, especially at close range, I really thought QP would go for the charge basic and that Pinky would be able to walk out. But QP goes for tap basic and then like moves in a different angle and tap basics again and completely mixes Pinky.
Yeah,
That's
I'm getting
crazy.
hit with every one of those. It was really good. Damn. I know QP. Well, I'm just gonna. Just gotta breathe out a little there. You can probably close out the prediction there to the QP one.
Yep, it's closed.
Go rip channel points. I threw a bunch on Pinky.
You really believed.
I did believe,
I
and you know
respect
what?
that.
I stand by it. They kicked ass. Pinky played very well. They were very close in every single one of the cards they played. Absolute worth gamble. And it's only channel points. They're not worth anything.
True, it's not like you do anything with them.
QP with the guy. But yeah, no, I think that's it for me. QP get in booth. Oh boy.
We gotta try to get that winner's interview. It's a
Well,
tradition.
is it a tradition?
I mean, it kind of happens every time somehow.
It does happen every time somehow. I don't know. I think between you and Ox, we might be able to get him in here. QP doesn't have a mic. Dang.
Oh.
Well,
Well then.
that's fine.
That's unfortunate.
Well, we can. I don't know if any of you have any questions about it. I don't have any. I know that QP grinded hard for this, and that's freaking rad. It's the only thing I would want to know about.
Well, we can still drag QP in here. So we can ask questions and like look at chat.
QP giving a big shout out to Kuroko.
Kuroko's still pushing the Storm main meta from the shadows.
Kuroko, aka Horny Protagonist. So if you feel like shouting out Horny Protagonist in chat, that's the person you do.
And can you believe that this is a beginner tournament? Like, the level of play in finals and even semifinals, etc. It's pretty high.
I mean, I certainly can. Like those players have been grinding it out. Pinky and QP both, and Keko is an AOS2 player, so I'm sure there's a lot of translation over there. Keko is not super active in MNS2 though. MNS, not MNS2.
MNS2.
I'm looking over my words.
If only.
If only. I think. Nah. Celebration of Maiden and Spell 2. But I think that does about wrap everything up. Yeah, big ups to Ox for organizing all this and finally going through with the mentor tournament thing that some of the TOs have been hemming and hawing about. I think it turned out pretty well for a lot of people who played. Obviously, thank you to everybody who participated. We got 10 people who came in, kicked ass today. We got Penguin OS, we got Ace JPX, got Paladin, Wiki Jippo, of course, Wiki Hippo, whomstever. Hoopy Fruit came out, Triple the Fox, HC Warrior, glad she got to come out again, Keko, Pinky, and of course QP. Big thanks to Mino for doing the commentary and posting about this tournament on his Twitter, because there were 45 people watching this at one point, which I think is a record for, or if it's not a record, it's definitely high for a Maiden and Spell tournament on Twitch.
Nice.
It's a
That's
record
good.
for beginner tournaments for sure. That's
Yeah, thanks
crazy.
everyone for playing, and all the beginners as well. Thanks for recently joining the community, I guess. Surprised that people are still playing the game a little bit.
Just a little bit. No, it's a niche game. I think it's super goddamn fun, so I'm gonna play it until it's not. And I don't
I'm
know
not
when that's
planning on
gonna be.
changing it anytime soon, so it's there. Be there forever.
Also, thanks to Twitch chat for all the cheering and shit posting. I appreciated it.
Yeah, thanks
Also,
everyone for coming. Twitch chat.
if y'all are still here, there's a big Maiden and Spell tournament in 3 weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks. Saturday, November 13th. Quarantined Report 4. Damn, that took me a while to say. Quarantined Report 4. And there's an actual prize. It's for charity. And overall, it's just a big Maiden and Spell event. Not something we get every day.
Yep. Sign up. Where can they sign up for that?
I'll be posting the link again in tournament channel.
Great. So, Maiden Spell Discord tournament channel. It'll be there. So, yep. Go sign up for it.
And once again, big shout out to Ox for, I guess, especially like organizing the entire thing and the incredible logo drawing, the LMTC train with the alternate color maidens.
Got a Jellycat train. No one played depth. It's sad.
Penguinos
Hang on, man.
did, but they went 0-2 and we didn't catch those games.
That's unfortunate. Depth is
But-
not real.
Death is absolutely real. Glitch is spreading false news.
I'm just gonna try to pull Ox in here for one word.
Hey, yeah, it was fun organizing the tournament, and I really appreciate the mentors that wanted to volunteer and help out.
Woo!
Yeah, thanks for inviting me to comment. It's been fun.
No problem. I'm surprised you joined, but yeah, it was exciting.
Well, I think that's everything. Thanks to everyone coming out. This was a great time. Join Quarantine Report 4. Do it. Do it.
And
Do it.
I'm hearing rumors of another beginner tournament after QR4, so stay
Well.
tuned.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm stopping the
Let's
stream.
do
This is
it.
a. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing.
GG's, thanks for playing.